welcome to Ill Effects, and I am Ashraf. And do I need to crack your village people part? Your village people call me Ash, and beside me are amazing guys. We have by my and
I am up to Latestyorubamovie. That's your own apologetic Yoruba boy.
Yes, very nice one. And that's why we always must bring this guy anytime we want to talk about Yoruba movie. And what do we do on this show? This Ill Effect is about reviewing movies across the globe, and we do give privilege to African to Nigerian. So today we'll be talking about Anikulapo, but what do we really do on Ill Effect on Ill TV? We watch the movie, right? So that you don't watch the bad movies. Yeah. We do all the bad stuff for you, and we hope that God reward us for that.
We think to reward us by subscribing to our channels and clicking likes.
Click likes, subscribe to our channel, because I think we are doing a great work, making sure that you don't see bad movies. And today we'll be looking at Anikulapo, and Anikulapo has been on the scene in this country it's real for this moment for now, and we cannot go away without talking about Anikulapo. I am a fan of Anikulapo here.
Well, I'm a fan. I'm not going to discredit their work. Anikulapo was set in the old Oyole.
Okay.
And Oyole was founded, I would like to give you a background, a short background. Oyole was founded by Oromiyan Akinrun, the first Alaafin Oyo. Then his son, after he left for Ife, his son Ajaka became king. Ajaka was deposed, then Shango was made king. After Shango's demise, Ajaka became king again.
Wow, so how come Ajaka went and come back again?
Ajaka was deposed. They felt the chief, they perceived him to be weak.
Okay.
The surrounding towns, they were taking charges at Oyo, so they felt we need a stronger king. So Shango came with his own warmongering prowess. He has this thunder and lightning, and he was able to conquer the enemies surrounding Oyo. Then after Shango's death, Ajaka became king again. Now a fearsome leader, very fierce. But let's leave it at that. Let's go back to the movie Anikulapo.
Okay, let's go back to the movie Anikulapo after this break. Welcome back to Ill Effect on Ill TV, and we are talking about Anikulapo. What is your impression of Anikulapo? You've seen it, right?
Sure.
Okay.
So Anikulapo is an aesthetic display of life back in the day.
Okay.
The makeup, the clay modeling, fabric making, the festival, everything. Everyone was happy then. Everyone was dancing. It was so good. Makes me want to go back to the past. So I think big kudos to the producer on that. But as many movies of today, it has its own flaws too. So many flaws too. One of the flaws is that I think about the portrayal of Oyo Kingdom and the Alaafin of Oyo,
Okay.
and his judgments. Okay. So one of this guy Saru, he was sleeping with the queen.
No, wait, chill. We are not yet there. We are not yet there. So I just want to. How do you really enjoy it? We've been talking about that. Do you really enjoy it?
I enjoyed it. Yeah, it was a very good movie.
Okay.
Except the flaws. Yeah.
Okay. How about you? You've seen the movie. What can you say?
The storyline is pretty straightforward.
Okay.
It is you could have guessed this will be the end.
I don't think so.
Yeah, you could have guessed. Yes, it is predictable.
No.
It is.
No, I don't. I think
they're planning on doing the part 2.
The reason I don't think it's predictable, which is one of those things I will chip in, when you hear Anikulapo, then you remember Fela.
Okay, the phrase. Okay, before seeing the movie, I'm saying after you've seen the movie, the runtime, you could have predicted this.
And Anikulapo, I don't know.
Meaning is either has death in his pocket, or that he has a god that can wake
death.
So unlike that, I feel they're trying to give Anikulapo.
Which one is correct?
Anikulapo, the literal meaning is he that has death in his pouch.
So I don't think in our own Yoruba understanding, somebody that have Ikulapo is not somebody that wakes somebody.
Yes.
Iku kills.
He's a killer. He's not bringing back.
So that's one in the face.
Another thing, the movie is a pretty straightforward one, as I have said. And I would like to laud kunleafolayan for bringing the old generation to meet the new generation.
Okay.
I like that. It's not what you get to see every day.
Yeah.
And another thing I would like to chip in is Kunle used to be a guy that has something for mysticism. Like his movie is always clouded with suspense. You will keep you at the edge of your seat. What will happen? Talk about the figurine, October 1, all those movies. We know they precede Kunle's prowess, the production. So we were expecting something like that in Anikulapo, but he took a diverse approach towards it. I wouldn't know who told him what, and I don't know what he's trying to achieve.
You know, in that aspect, I think he's going for award, and he wanted to change a lot of things.
Well, if you're going for award, I feel you should give it your best shot.
But maybe he has been giving his best shot, and you just think that let me do something silly.
let me try something else. Yeah.
Because we have not done reviewing majorly, because we think there are some things that have been introduced in this movie that we have not seen before. Just like bringing the old and that just mentioned. Yes. So something like that. A lot of things came into this that we think that is him trying to get some attention, and I think he's getting that attention. Right. So what we'll be talking about is really the right attention. But continue what you are talking about.
So Kunle, I feel he should have done the normal thing I used to do, but as you've said, probably he's going for the award. We never can tell, we wouldn't know. So I'll say let us wait and see how that happens. I'll give them their flowers, but at the same time I'll point out the flaws I sense.
Okay.
So one of them is, are we there now? Should we
you want to say something?
Yeah. I believe these guys are businessmen. They are doing business. They don't care about what you feel, what you're thinking. They just want to make money.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I think so.
I think okay, but because I want to mention it later on in the show. I don't think you can do that. I don't think you can come into our culture and what if I defeated Chinese culture and I turn it all over upside down and now say that I want to get them? It's an insult to the Chinese.
They don't
so
care.
I don't think you can.
I don't think they care.
And for somebody like that, I think you should care. Yeah, we are seeing the legacy of Tunde Kilani in this man. And Tunde Kilani,
we're seeing him to be the one to lace Tunde's shoes, to step up the game, to go ahead of Tunde probably when Oga is done.
And even if he's not doing that, even Tunde Kilani built on something else.
Yes. Yeah. And you should have keep it at that.
Exactly. He built on something else. We've been seeing the likes of Afonja. I think Afonja can be in the category of what he did, because I do not have a lot of people in it. And it's epic. It's representing history. And one thing that we do not appreciate at that time is the correctness of that set. And that is what is not inside this one, Anikulapo, which you want to discuss now.
Yes. I think Oyole, as it were. As at that time, there wasn't any white on our terrain. Even if they were, they would be scanty. So they wouldn't have that power.
We have Portuguese. Are you sure we don't have Portuguese? We might not have the British.
Oyole,
we were trading with them then.
During the reign of Romeo. Are you telling me that
is this set between Aromanians?
It will be between, because the new Oyo was after the fall of Oyo. That's Oyo Atiba.
Okay.
And that I don't know the century, but it will be the fall of Oyo. Oyole then is still the ancient Oyo, the old Oyo. So I wouldn't want to agree that we have Portuguese, or even if we have them, they wouldn't have that power to be collecting tax. They use the word Owori, and Owori translates to tax. So what you pay to the king is Ishakole. You don't pay tax to the king.
And in our social studies, we learned that trade was done by trade by barter.
Then after that, cowries.
So that means that there is a very big hole.
So that's anachronism on the production part.
For me, I have a problem with this movie, because that's another insult on the history. Because if people are taught something in social study and you are mentioning Owori in your own movie and set it at that particular time, then it's a contradiction.
Totally wrong.
Apart from the fact that some other things that were mentioned, let's continue.
Yes. Another thing is the glamour of Alaafin. Alaafin, the antecedent precedes it, the palace. It is known to be glamorous, regal, elegant. But Alaafin, the palace was constrained. Even the king was constrained. The affairs was just between him and his wife, escapade, going from one room to another. That's an insult to the personality of Alaafin. Alaafin is royal, imperial.
I think that's an insult.
That majesty, the flows, it's always there, the glamour is there. So I feel they should have done better. And at the palace, talking about the palace, Alaafin, at least there should be 2 Iyalu drummers. a bata drummer, a shekeribita, then a chanter.
Yeah.
So they will eulogize the king. They will entertain the chiefs. They will strike the drum, eulogize him. Eulogy. You do that in epic movie.
Yeah.
You should do that. So that's one of the flaws that I would like to point out. Should I continue?
Continue.
Okay, another thing. The Saro's execution, before we move to Ojumo town.
Yeah.
After Saro was caught, the king had to leave his palace, his majesty. He now went to the edge, the end of his palace to meet a criminal.
A criminal.
No, you don't do that. The king will be stationed in his regalia, in his majesty, and he will look at you, he will give you this look.
Exactly, that's power.
What was done to Saro in that scene? It's a mob action. Anybody could have done it in the town. Claws, beating, no, you don't do that.
It seems like it's like a scene in Jibowu when they're having fights.
It is alien to our tradition. It's not normal. It's not what we do. In our culture, the custom and tradition of Yoruba land is against that. You take him to the end of town to bury it, to behead him, or you take him to one of the shrines, shrines in King's Palace, and behead him.
What's even silly is that after beating him, they did not even beat him to death. It's like they got tired and left.
They took him to the forest.
In the forest?
Yeah.
Okay, to die in the forest. I don't think they mentioned anything about the forest.
At the first, while they were narrating, the voice was narrating before the movie started proper. So that's what they said. But they didn't show who took him to where or not. But that is wrong on the part of history and tradition. It is wrong. You behead him. It's a capital offense, capital punishment.
Okay.
Just behead him.
Okay, before I move to what I think, because I want to be setting things straight with this man here, and this man I've seen a lot of. This man will come to me and say that I have brought something from 1995 for you, man. This is crazy.
I'm in love with our epic.
Yeah, so I will come back to you. So, Mr. Abdullah.
Yes, sir.
Now, I want you to discuss with us what are the people's reaction on this movie. Are they as melancholy as we are now, or they are having fun?
People are having fun. If you see many comments online, people really love this movie.
Right.
I showed this movie to my mom. She loved the movie.
You saw a movie somebody is having sex with your mom.
People are not having
gross.
What generation are you? I have it on my PC, but I'm afraid to play it like that. I cannot do that.
They love the movie, even the sex parts. But my mom, everybody loved this movie.
No more sex movie.
No, African parent, no, they'll give you this kind of vibe.
She was not saying anything. No, she was watching it alone on my phone.
Okay,
so she was. When she got to that part, she didn't say anything. So after the movie, I was like, okay, how do you see the movie? She said it was very good and she enjoyed it.
Okay.
So what about the sex scene? Everybody's okay with the sex scene. Everybody's
Zainab too thinks it's fun.
Yeah.
I am against it. Because you're doing an epical thing, you don't portray that in epic movies.
Yeah, it's not right.
Some people say that the Nigerian movie industry is graduating. This is nice, wait till we are getting matured.
Yeah.
My question is that everybody can have sex, but nobody can make Inception movie. A monkey cannot make Inception movie. You've seen Inception now?
I haven't.
Oh my God! You have to see Inception. Inception is very. But you see Tenet.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. Have you ever imagined a monkey coming up with Tenet?
No,
never.
But have you know that monkeys have sex?
Sure.
My point is everybody can do that.
Yes, anybody can do that. People have
for you to do it on the road is not courage, is foolishness, is degrading, and another thing is that you are now building it on our own culture. Don't do that.
No.
We grew up watching all these movies.
And we respect our people, the actors, the legends.
It's foreign to our culture. We know that somewhere in grandfather's bedroom,
of
things
course,
like that is going down.
The makeshift bed, the makeshift bed will be shaking, but we don't want to know. We don't want you to go there. How do they make babies? They have sex, but no, don't show.
Yeah, so
if you're doing another movie, fine, you can do that.
Another thing is that apart from our kids going back in time and watching what have been done and seeing that, they will say, oh, all this our father said, so this is nothing. So they are it might continue from there and become bigger. Then we can be building porn stars from watching
full blown
porn stars. One thing about America, the good movies that reigned last 2 years, they don't really necessarily have that. Avengers.
The sex scene isn't necessary. It is not. It is not. In Anikulapo,
Women King. Women King just came out. It's about Africa and it's about women.
Yes.
So we don't see them going to have a lot of sex and say that I can have a smart boyfriend that I want. And that's another part. That's the sugar mommy part. And the sugar mommy part, I don't know where it came from. It's just something that just came to us now. We are still dealing with it. It's bad. We cannot make it look good. In all the old movies, traditional epic movies, one thing that they look like Allah stories. So there's always lesson. Now, what's the lesson of that woman that said I can always have sex with anybody and still appears in the government? Appears in the government. Now you're having sex with a lot of people in a town that anytime you do something like this, there
always be someone that knows. And if somebody knows, another person knows, and the whole town knows.
And they are not even picking. It's not even secrets in that movie because one guy is telling you has slept with me also. That kind of thing. I don't think men actually act in that manner. Like I now meet somebody that a lady is sleeping with me, and I told that you have slept with me. I don't think that is that. We don't do 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 that.
I don't do it. I don't do it.
So that's one part of it. Another part of it is sleeping with a king's wife. Before you can sleep with a king wife, before
even in those days,
you can't do that. You can't do.
You fear for your life. You fear for your family. Even though Saru has no family in Ghana, you fear for his own life.
There's a lot of people they can kill just because they want to kill him from sleeping. They can kill that woman. They can destroy that industry. That I think there's this news I read yesterday. I think the editor can check it out and just bring something up because. The king has to blinding the guy for dancing with Yolori. That's even recent. Not to talk about those like you are sleeping with gods. You can't do that. That's a misrepresentation. That's wrong. That's wrong.
Totally wrong.
And to me, after I watched that movie,
I think we should call them this little slag because the movie is historical fiction. But why I will not agree totally with this is just do it if you want to do it, and don't if you don't want to do it. Why tell us it is happening in Oyole? I think you said exactly it is in the Kupa, we wouldn't be having this discussion. So we don't need the Kupa to be anywhere fiction.
It can even be another country.
So
can even be Brazil.
That's another thing. That's another thing.
I don't think Sarah is the villain.
Okay.
I think it was used because when he got to Oyole, all he wanted to do was to work and to feed himself. Then he met the sugar mama. Then from there too, he met the queen also. And I've checked many comments. Nobody's talking about the parts where the queen forced herself on Saru. Nobody's talking about that part. Why? Yeah, she did. She forced herself on Saru.
That's because it's not part of our culture for a lady to rape a guy.
Yes.
It's not unheard of.
Like it's not rape. That's not what they call rape.
That's rape.
Did he say no? Did he say no? It's not what we like. Did he say no?
It's rape. It's rape.
Did he say?
If you want to rape a guy, you might not come with cutlass.
Okay.
You might not come with cutlass. It's not force yourself on him.
Forced yourself.
It's forced.
That's not force.
You cannot.
Okay. Let's leave that out for our viewers in the comment section. Let's let that one be rolling. Okay, I would like to commend them for some. They made use of some terms like Iwofa. So let us elaborate on what Iwofa means. Saru, he is an Iseyin man, but his father owing a debt, he gave him out to fulfill the part of the payment of his debt. So Saru was taken away at a very young age to Gbongan as an Iwofa. Iwofa is a servant, but you'll be serving till your debt is paid, you'll be returned, or till your master sets you free. So when Saro Masters died, that was when Saro left Bonbon for Oyole. So that was one of the practices of the old days, Iwofa.
Let's talk about how useless displayed the king also. That the only thing we know about him is going into rooms and having sex and nothing more.
That's not our own laughing. No.
That's not our
I don't think that's not laughing.
There's another part I wanted to bring. I think now I remember is the insult on the old guys. Now I can't imagine my dad being. Okay, I don't want to mention names now. I don't want to mention it because we have Baba one day, we have all these men there, we have all these people there. And my dad now participates in a movie that they have sex inside. For me, it's real life. Probably I'm too Muslim to digest that, but I don't really feel it's so cool.
It's not. With me, it's not.
It's not. So I don't. So if guys want to go and, if young people want to go and mess up things, I don't think
they should. Not our.
Or unless they want to claim that they don't know things like that.
Not our legends. 20, 30 years in the industry.
These people have good records.
Yeah, they have all these amazing records. We have Oleku, we have Toluwanile. We have
and they deal with relationship more, and you wouldn't see such scene like nudity. No,
our fathers, please don't do that again.
No, please. Don't do that again.
So that's another part I actually want to talk about, because I think for us now we want to give a movie that we see that okay, people are doing traditional. We want to give to our kids to learn some Yoruba, to learn some things.
Learn about their history.
So and now it's becoming dangerous. We live in a dangerous world already, and we don't expect that from kunleafolayan.
We don't.
So a lot of rape going out there. For me, probably is because I'm jumping out from watching only the Western movie, which I know what I expect. Back to Yoruba and seeing all those things, and I don't really feel comfortable with that. So for you, for your Muslim audience, because you have majority of them watching us now, what do you think? You want to advise them to go jump to the theater, maybe to the cinema?
The cinema is actually very good.
I think the cinema.
You want them to go and watch that?
No. I think at the cinema. I think they cut out those scenes.
Oh.
I think they censored it at the cinema. I think.
Oh, that's fun.
I think they censored it. Okay. I would like to mention this thing too. In Yoruba land, the power of music. It can never be overemphasized.
Okay.
We saw that while Saro was being captured, they were chorusing Saro Odale. That was in Oyole. Then when he got to Ilojumo, although we haven't gotten there, but I will just say it now. When he got to Ilojumo and he was waking people up and down, they formed the song. They crooned the song for him, saying Anikulapo belode erole. So music, it can be it can use to make homage. So I like to say that. Although they use music, but they underuse it.
There's another part you do not remember.
Okay.
That's the part where the Oba is seeing his dead son.
Okay. One of those wrong things in Iluojumo, it is alien to our tradition. It is against our culture, and tradition is against it. Our kings, do not behold the lifeless body of anybody, no matter the relation. Probably it is blood, distant, or close. No, you don't. You don't see any dead body. The newborn baby and dead body, kings do not behold their sight.
It's not because they don't want people to see them. It's because it's a kind of taboo.
It's a taboo.
Yeah, so somebody might just say that it's because it's inside now. In the outside they don't do it.
It's a taboo.
They believe that if you see those bodies, bad things will happen.
Kings do not.
So you don't do that.
It's one of those wrong things.
So now I think we have done so much justice to this, and that is our review. If you are concerned about obscenity, you don't want to watch it. Yeah, so don't watch it. We have done that for you. And if you are concerned about correctness, we have pointed a lot of things out, and there's some historical
fallacy and anachronism
that we cannot even take. And the tribal marks are not very real also.
Although I think there were 3 distinct tribal marks. The one on the cheeks of Alaafin wives.
Okay.
So we have this like six, but there is breakage there. The one on Saro's face is different from the one of Alaafin. The one on Alaafin's face is Abacha.
Yeah.
It's Abacha, so it is meant for. Although Abacha has variation too, but those ones meant for Alaafin, his family, and they do have one straight one at the arm, although that one wasn't displayed. That's part of our culture.
Can we talk about the person that wrote the story, which is?
I think it is Ifeanyi Elebubon.
Yeah.
He's the one that supplied the story to kunleafolayan.
Do you think he's the one that made those mistakes?
No, they said the story is from one Ifa corpus, Odin Rosun.
Okay.
I don't know much about Ifa, so I'm not going to dive into that. So they said they just made it epical by referencing Oyole, but it doesn't have much to do with Oyole. It's just on Saro and Arolake, and they said, I don't want to dwell into this Odufa, so let's just leave it.
Okay, so I think we mentioned about the sugar mommy, which is not a thing, which actually is teaching us something bad, that you can be a sugar mommy, that you can just be a sugar mommy,
and nobody will touch you. You can sleep with anybody you choose.
You can sleep with it, and you can
nobody will question you.
And you can still even do it in the past where people get killed
for trivial things.
Yeah. So I think we are just very clear about that. Let's talk about the artistic presentation of the movie, which is nice.
Yes.
The coloring is not bad. The nice scenes,
even the settings. I would like to congratulate kunleafolayan on his film village.
Yeah,
the movie was set in his film village, so I like that. That means whenever you want to produce another epic movie, which I believe everything we've listed here is going to improve on that in the new movie. I believe it will do us just good.
I think some of us we are not white people, but we are just very concerned about our history, our culture, and okay, yeah, let's read this movie.
well, for me, I'm a lover of Yoruba culture, tradition, the artistic prowess, and everything. So I would like to. I'll give them 7. Even though I pointed out all those flaws, I'll still give them 7.
For me, what I think actually wrong with the movie that made it drop on its rating is if they make some blunders. So I give them 3. Another annoying thing. Now I'm giving them 3. I wouldn't want to watch that kind of thing. It's infuriating me. You have touched things that I don't want even to touch in my mind, you know. So another thing is that this movie is 2 hours. For goodness sake, I tell you everything that happened there in 5 minutes. So I have to be skipping, and I watched this thing. It is so long for such story. 2 times.
It's too long for such story.
So let's keep it cool. I can watch a 15-minute movie and present for award. You don't have to elongate things. So 2 hours not good enough. 3.
As I said before, the display of the live back in days is very good. I love the movie, so I'm giving it 8.
8. Don't watch it. Don't watch it.
We've done our part.
Truly, don't watch it.
I saw the calabash, found the yam in leaves. I love it. Even though they underuse music, even though those things are not.
Even the Trevor Mark was actually really cool. Like the way they do Trevor Mark thing. You guys, when you guys just bashing the movie,
it's bad. And we just mentioned everything that is bad about it. It's not about you now. It's about a lot culture. It's about distortion, and there are 2 things about it. Apart from the sex scene, there are some form of even without sex scene, because that woman that was sleeping with that man also. We also saw that part, even though it was not very nude. We think that's how it's going to go on. Well, it is fine, but later on we started having that kind of real thing now, which is unnecessary. Don't do that.
It's graduated into nudity.
Why do you have to put something unnecessary that will insult us inside it because you just want to get famous through the movie? I don't think it's good enough.
Clickbait.
This is art we are talking about. When we are artists, we one thing I don't like is if you base your strength
on nudity, on profanity. No,
I don't like that. I don't believe you. Even as someone that listens to rap, if it's getting too erotic, give us that. I love to pack.
That's not artistic.
There are issues. Talk about the issues. Let's talk about the issue and forget about these are mature men
there are a lot of
and things that children can learn.
There are a lot of epic movies that you can watch. I frequent Shaori there almost every week. I visit Shawarma almost every week. I watch it over and over and over again. I go show. I can give you a list.
Now you can't give this one to your child.
I cannot.
They cannot take after you on this one.
I cannot. I cannot.
So now I think we have come to the end of the show, and I think you enjoyed it. So next time we will be bringing in another movie. Today we're supposed to talk about the top 3 movies that you must watch. But today we are going to skip on that because this one took us a lot of time and we don't want to run this much on this show. So next time you'll be getting 3 movies that you must watch and 2 that you must not because it's wrong. So till next time, il est fait.